I've got 30 slides, 31 slides, 9.09 seconds. What do you see here?
Square.
Maze.
Yeah? Come on.
Maze.
What do you think?
Arabic writing.
Yeah?
Arabic script.
Arabic writing, yeah? I'm going to talk to you about Kufi Squares. And this is a passion, it's an art that I've been collecting and trying to evangelize over the last 20 years. That's the same square in 5 different colors. Can you see? Someone said Arabic writing, right? So can you see the 5 different colors? Can anybody read? Now it's actually Arabic. So it's actually 5 different names, right? Arranged in a square. So that is the essence of the Kufi Square. And that's my 5 kids, the 5 names. Okay, so welcome to Kufi Squares. And I have some other examples here. Now you've probably seen them around town before, but not noticed. Are you familiar with that? You know, while these things take time, I will show you some other examples that I brought. Can anybody guess? Can you see what that is? Okay, Kufi is a font. It's an Arabic font, and it was the font that was used when the Quran was first documented, around about 1400 years ago, when the alphabet was pretty simple, only less alphabets than 29 today, it went through transformation. But square Kufi actually didn't appear until about the 13th or 14th century, and it appeared along the Silk Route when the the Islamic Empire met Chinese culture. You know, in Chinese culture, you have the red signature block. Well, that's when someone took quantum leap or put in Arabic writing. But because it's binary, 1 and 0, it's easy to represent in brickwork and tiles. So can you see in different parts along the Silk Route, in old buildings, because they're the only things that survive these few hundred years, you can see examples of Kufi Squares. This is one of the more important buildings, and you can see that square there. If you Google Kufi Squares online, you will get a lot of that, and that's an example. That's Alif, Lam, Lam, Ha, Allah, God, in Islam. But it doesn't have to be necessarily religious. It can be used in a lot of other decorative things, and I don't know, whether we should offer a prize for anyone who can guess what this means. Right? I have Photoshop. Right? Imagine the old fellows used to have to do brick and work. Now people can do it online. I'm an accountant, so when I first did it, I used Microsoft Excel. Just color the different cells. So there's examples of this being done in history, being used on coins. And so if you just Google Kufi Squares, you get a lot of resources. And if you're on Facebook, this is an example of the world's first stained glass Kufi Square. Right? And that is actually a verse from the Quran. That's someone trying to do it in Lego. Right? Because it's binary, it's 1 and 0. Now you can have more colors. And so something like Photoshop helps that as well. A lot of people just now sometimes saw QR code. If you're older, some people see Pac-Man. So, this is we did this with Karan Dash, which is a Swiss pen manufacturer. That's the world's first Kufi Square pen. That's a limited edition, 101, about 10,000 ringgit a pen. That's an example of how you can learn how to do Kufi squares, and this example of how they build up. You always start at the bottom right and then move in clockwise until the center. Right? And although there are some people now that are going the other way around, which is unusual, but hey, this is art. It's calligraphy. So that's the end of my 5 minutes. But maybe I will just. Anyone guess what this is? Can anyone read Arabic? Anyone knows Jawi?
Not very strong.
Right? The red is sin. Alif. Ta. Wow. Satu. Mim, lam, ya, sin, ya, alif. Satu Malaysia. Okay? This is what you call our patriotic series, right? Now, this looks very complicated, but if you get the first word, you get everything else. Have a guess. Negara alif kaf waw.
Negaraku.
Negaraku. Tanah tumpahnya darahku. Can you read the rest?
I can imagine.
Yeah. so we have the Negaraku, we have the Rukun Negara, right? We also have the alternative to putting a flag. So it's quite interesting what some people have done online. I know I'm running over the 5 minutes. This is this is called the Puisi series, right? By a guy by the name of Ahmad Hilmi. These two are done by Shuko Yahya, the same guy who did the pen. This is Buah Cempedak di Luar Pagar. So this is the Puisi series. It's a series of 8 Puisi, in fact there's more. So that's Kufi Square. Thank you very much.